Hey guys, it's World of Animals here. Welcome back to another video. And today's video is about koalas. And the title says, I'm asking the question is, are koalas considered bears? And that's something a lot of people have probably wondered, because if you ever heard of the name of koala, some people call them koalas and others call them koala bears. So there's a common misconception about if koalas are bears or if they're not bears. And I'm going to answer this question right now. So, are koalas considered bears? The answer is no, really. Koalas are not bears. They are considered marsupials. And in my opinion, how I picture marsupials is just a group of animals that live in Australia that the natives decided to call them instead of calling them mammals. That's what I consider them. And marsupials are a group which includes koalas, quokkas, like my last video just made, wombats, Tasmanian devils, and kangaroos. And the only difference I can say about these animals from mammals, I guess, is they're like in the middle between rodents and mammals. Like, that's how I consider these, but I just consider them as a group of animals that live in Australia. They're rodent-like, that the natives decided to call. But yeah, I do not mean to offend any Australian viewers that I have watching this video, but that's how I just consider them. But if you're Australian, in the comments, comment down below why they're considered marsupials, because I would actually like to know that. Now, where do koalas live? You can find koalas on the eastern side of Australia, which you can see on the map. All this right over here is where koalas live. Yeah, and the main reason why you can't really find them on the west side is because that's where like a lot of well, actually not on the west side, but like kind of all this light reddish is kind of a desert. And koalas usually don't live in desert areas. They mainly just live in areas with eucalyptus trees and stuff like that, and like mini forests and stuff. Now, what type of koalas are there? There are two types of koalas. There are the Queensland koalas and the Victorian koalas. And basically the reason why they're called this is because both of these, Queensland and Victoria, are like both states in Australia, which is where you can find these types of koalas. So that's why they're named after the states in Australia, two states in Australia. Now, what is the lifespan? The average lifespan for a koala is 13 to 18 years in the wild. And in captivity, their lifespans are around 20 years, which is a few more years than they can live in the wild. Which in my opinion is actually pretty good, because that at least means they get to live a little longer life. And 2 years is more than nothing, because if I was a koala, I'd be grateful for those extra 2 years in my opinion. Now, how big can a koala be? A koala can be from 2 to 2.8 feet long from its, I guess you can say, the tip of its ear to its behind, and weigh 8.8 to 33 pounds, which is not fairly bad, but I'd be really surprised to find a koala that's 8 pounds, because that's really, really light in my opinion. That's basically like around the weight of the average human baby, which is interesting. And now, what is their diet? Koalas' main diet is eating eucalyptus leaves, and that's really all. And they sometimes eat like other trees and stuff, but that's basically their main diet, and that's like what they live in. And if you find koalas, a lot of the times in Australia, you'll find them, just including like finding them on the ground and stuff, you'll find them in eucalyptus trees where they eat their food and stuff. And fun fact, eucalyptus leaves are poisonous to baby koalas, which is pretty sad. But what baby koalas eat when they're younger is kind of nasty, but they eat their parents' poop, because their parents' poop gives them, how do I say this? And not the word enzymes, I was going to use that, but just like more strength so they can eat eucalyptus leaves when they grow up. It gives them like, you know, like the vaccines for coronavirus, think of those, but the poop gives like them some help, so when they eat eucalyptus leaves, it's not as poisonous as it used to be for them, or it helps them be able to eat that. Yeah, but it's hard to explain it all. And now, who are koalas? Predators. Their main predators are dingoes, owls, and wedge-tailed eagles. And a dingo, which is on the left, is basically a type like basically a wild dog for Australians. So it's just like a type of dog that literally roams over Australia. all over, and they're basically Australian wolves. You can basically call them as. And wedge-tailed eagles are a type of eagle that eat koalas, and it's a black eagle, which is interesting, cause yeah. Now it's time for babies. Koala babies. Koalas are pregnant for a very, very short time. They're pregnant for 30 to 36 days. Then a baby koala stays with its mom for about 6 months. And usually in that 6 months, well, some of that 6 months, they're in the pouch. So it's kind of hard to tell if that koala has a baby yet or not. And then the koalas will go out to live on their own. Just like how human children do that when they turn 18, I believe. But for some, maybe 16 or 17. But yeah. Now it's time for fun facts. 1. Koalas can sleep up to 18 hours a day, which is crazy because that's the majority of the day, and that means that they're only awake for 8 hours. And koalas smell like eucalyptus, which I'm not surprised because that's what they literally live and eat in. 3. They make really strange sounds, which is like a lot of animals, because a lot of animals make strange sounds. 4. Koalas like to spend their time alone, which is in a way good and in a way bad, because if a koala is by itself all the time, I mean, that'd be good for them, but then like other koalas might not want to be alone anymore, and they want to be with the other koala, but it just wants to be by itself. And last but not least, koalas are born hairless, blind, and without ears, which is actually pretty weird, because if you look at this koala over here, you see how big those ears are? Like, that's crazy how when they're born they don't even have these, and then over time they grow, which is crazy in my opinion. I like how big their ears are. And yeah. And that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And like I said just again, I appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all have a great day or a great night. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.